gentlemen, my name is Smiley, and today I'm very, very excited to be talking with you guys about the Netflix Marvel Punisher series. Before I do, just wanted to let you guys know, little PSA, you know, this is an airsoft gun. It's not a real gun, and, you know, if you play airsoft, you can actually get this. This is the way it comes. It's called the Custom Punisher 45 from SOCOM Gear. You know, if you play airsoft, you know exactly where to get this, so, you know, I don't need to tell you guys that. So, moving on, let's just get to the actual part of this, the review. It's my last name. My last name is actually Reviews. My first name is Smiley, and my last name is Reviews. That is not true. Holy shit, guys, I was so excited for the Punisher series, and as you can tell, you know, I've got my vest on that I made myself. I actually did make this myself. This is the TF3 armor, and then I just got a stencil, and I spray painted it on. I didn't have spray paint, so I guess I had to go out and get some spray paint, too. Man, the work I have to do. I'm really excited about this series, so let's go ahead, let's get into it, let's fucking talk about it. Okay, so first and foremost, Jon Bernthal as the Punisher. Holy fucking shit. This guy nailed it. I've seen every interpretation of the Punisher from Dolph Lundgren, Thomas Jane, and Ray Stevenson. And let's knock Dolph Lundgren right off the fucking list, because that was one of the shittiest movies I've ever seen. Maybe we'll talk about it one day. Let me know in those comments down below if you want me to talk about the Dolph Lundgren Punisher movie, and we'll do that sometime. Not only is this the best Punisher that's ever been put to screen, but this is my favorite interpretation of the Punisher, like, in general. Including comic books and crossovers and cartoons and everything. This is definitely my favorite version of the Punisher I've ever seen. Jon Bernthal just nails it, and it's because they did something that most Punisher movies don't do or have a very hard time doing, and that's layering the Punisher not only as this angry anti-hero who, you know, we find ourselves sympathizing with because he's killing the bad guys, but they also take a lot of time to illustrate that not only is he the Punisher, but he's also Frank Castle, and Frank Castle is a very broken man. And this is a man who's had everything taken from him and who relives that moment that everything was taken from him every time he closes his eyes. And it really just added some serious levels, just levels to the Punisher. And that was one of the most impressive aspects of this show, is that they really took the Punisher and flushed him out. They really did just do a phenomenal job. So, Jon Bernthal, 2 thumbs up as the Punisher. Good job, buddy. And, I mean, the fight scenes that he does, holy shit, guys. The action scenes are so gritty and just brutal, and they feel real. You know how some movies, a guy will pull the trigger on his gun and he'll keep firing for like 100 rounds even though he only has a 30-round magazine on his gun? That doesn't happen in this show. All the action movie-isms kind of get thrown out the window in this show, and it's just hardcore, on-the-ground action. And I really enjoyed that. I really loved the way that they did this series. There was never a boring line or a boring moment in this show. I'm getting ahead of myself again. Okay, let's talk about some of the other characters, because I need to talk about some of these other characters. Let's talk about Micro, because while I loved Wayne Knight's Micro in Punisher Warzone that came out in 2008, Eben Moss-Bacharach's Micro is so fucking good. There's a moment involving a drone, and it was one of the most obvious decisions ever, you know, for an action scene, but it made so much sense. The way they did it, it just really clicked with me, and it really made me smile. Just the way Micro interacts with the Punisher in general is all brilliant. They really do a fantastic job. They have incredible on-screen chemistry together. It really is very, very well done. And again, a very complex, layered character. Like everyone in this show, everyone is really complex and layered, except for maybe the main bad guy of season 1, Colonel Rollins, or Major Rollins, I forgot. He was pretty much just a bad guy, but Billy Russo, we all really wanted to see Billy Russo as the main bad guy of this season, but after seeing what they did with him and how they advanced his character, it really just was phenomenal. And again, they gave him those layers that you really only can when you have 13 episodes, or, you know, 13 hours to tell a story. Best interpretation of Billy Russo I've ever seen. This is how I would have loved to see the Punisher done. As a hardcore TV series on a premium network. I guess Netflix isn't technically a network, but you know what I mean. It's up there with like HBO and Showtime and Starz. You know, these are channels that have money and can support big shows like this. Is how I've always wanted to see it done, and it's done so well. I really want to talk about Agent Madani. Fuck, I forgot her name. I forgot the name of the girl that plays Agent Madani, but she's one of my favorite characters. Every time she's on screen, she kind kinda steals the scene. Even if, like, Frank Castle's in the room, you know, the fucking Punisher, she'll steal the scene away from him because she's just so good. If they're thinking about giving anyone their own show, I think Madani deserves her own show because she's brilliant and she kicks a lot of ass. Like, she kicks ass. So, yeah, let's give Madani her own show. And also Karen Page. Karen Page's character is further explored in this series. Karen Page, if you don't remember, was introduced in the Daredevil Netflix series, and she was one of my favorite characters to come out of that. Here, she's explored even further, given more background, and we get to learn some new interesting things about her and the way she kind of lives her day-to-day life, which I did find very interesting and very compelling. So all that's very well done, handled brilliantly. What else is there to talk about? I mean, we've talked about everything. I probably don't need to tell you at this point that I loved the storyline of season 1. I thought it was not only brilliant, fun, and really helped introduce audiences to the Punisher. So in an effort to kind of unhype myself, I watched the series 3 times. First time took me, unfortunately, a while. It took me like a week to finish the first time, and then the second 2 times I finished in like a couple days. But I really needed to de-hype myself for this show because I was so excited that I knew if I reviewed it after just the first time watching it, I may give it a rating that I don't exactly mean. And I did that with Suicide Squad, which I regret to this fucking day. I regret to this day that I gave Suicide Squad as high of a rating as I did. And that's because I watched the movie and then I rode the hype into the review. And I didn't take a moment to either rewatch it or think about my experience. So with The Punisher, I really wanted to take my time and make sure that I was giving this a just rating and the one that I really wanted to give it. So I watched it 3 fucking times. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and do it. I'm gonna give this series, I don't know if I've said movie a lot during this review. I probably have said movie a lot during this review. I'm fucking totally out of it. I'm gonna have to give this series a 10 out of 10. After waiting for this show for so long and not knowing for so long when it was gonna come out and seeing the trailers and being like, you know, it could be good, but trying to like de-hype myself a little bit, you know, I'm so happy that I can give this show a 10 out of 10 and feel confident with that rating. Because I can't tell you guys how much fun I had watching this show and how much I loved seeing the Punisher brought back to life. But yeah, leave a like on this video if you liked it, leave a dislike if you didn't like it. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what your favorite Netflix series is. For me, it's probably just a bunch of series that I hold like at the top tier with none being liked more than the other, and that's like Stranger Things, Black Mirror, The Punisher, and A Series of Unfortunate Events. That is my top tier Netflix viewing right there. Highly recommend you check those out if you haven't, especially A Series of Unfortunate Events. You know what? Before season 2 comes out, I'm gonna do a review of A Series of Unfortunate Events because I fucking loved that show. I think I just watched it again for like the 4th time the other day, maybe the 5th time. I don't know. I've seen that show a shit ton of times already. Fucking love it. So yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed. Again, like if you liked, dislike if you didn't like, comment whatever I said before, and as always, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Or is it? No, it's Sunday. It's Sunday right now, so don't have an amazing weekend. Have an amazing week, and then have an amazing weekend. So you guys probably won't see this till Monday. Keep it kosher. Peace.